All right, everybody, man. It's your boy Trey with Let's Just Talk Fitness, and we're here with G. Doing a fitness check-in, a monthly fitness check-in. This is actually our last one, G, before the year's out. Can you believe it?
It's crazy.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Like, just to think about the first one, I'll even try to go back to the first one to see if I can pull it. But just to think about that and, where we are now in regards to just as a group, but then also as you personally, looking at you and your skill set and how you've developed. I truly believe and feel like out of all the people in the group, you're definitely one that I've seen grow the most. And the reason I'll say that is because of your consistency.
Thank you.
Yeah, you show up the most. You show up the most. You're the one that's very consistent the most, and so I'm able to see that growth. And I would say that you now have grown just physically, but mentally too. Like, do you feel that? Do you see that about yourself that you've grown mentally?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
In
Yes.
in what way? In what ways mentally?
Different ways. Like not even just fitness related, like
Yeah.
personally,
Hmm.
you know. I'm all about like, as humans we should be like growing and evolving like more and more,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
like just improving ourselves more and more. Not be perfect,
Yeah.
but aim for consistency, aim for
Hmm.
just getting a little bit better each week, each
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
I'm all about that. So yeah, I mean, just in always,
Mm-hmm.
discipline. I mean, yeah, just in a
Hmm.
lot of different ways.
No, that's dope. That's dope. And I would definitely say in discipline too. You were already very disciplined when I met you, but again, you're the youngest in the group. I know I said that, but I'll say it again. Like you're the youngest in the group, but to be honest, a lot of times it seems like you're the oldest. I'm be honest. I've definitely seen that, and I don't mean that in any type of like disrespectful manner, but more in the sense of like the way you carry yourself as a group member, the way you carry yourself as a leader. I think you in many ways show leadership skills. Um and I think that it showcases itself even in the group. I think so. I
Thank
think
you.
yeah, I think so with the way that you it's just with the way that you carry yourself. Um before I even like go into this month or this upcoming year, this new year, looking back on this past month, but not just the month, the entire year, what's been that one thing within your fitness journey that you've been the most proud of yourself of throughout the entire year before we go into a new one? Like that one thing where it's like, man, last year this was kicking my butt, or last year I wanted to accomplish this. What's that one thing?
Hmm. That's a deep, great question to start off with.
So that's
Uh,
that's why you pay me. No.
uh, like what is that? What am I most proud of? Hmm. Like really have to think, cause yeah, like I've always kind of, I mean, I always get better with discipline, but I've
Yeah.
kind of always been disciplined.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say just that.
Hmm.
Because like at the beginning of the year, I was bulking.
Yeah.
And then I went into a maintenance like
Hmm.
around March, April, May, and then June, it was my cut
Yeah.
up until this month, December, 6 months of cutting.
Hmm.
Um, I think one thing I'm proud of, or I'll say it like maybe a few, but like something coming to mind right now that I mentioned, like all those different phases that I was in, is
Yeah.
like in every phase that I'm in, I am content and happy. Meaning like
Mm.
there are a lot of people that are not content with every phase that they're in,
Yeah.
like whether they're cutting, bulking, maintaining. I talked about that
Facts.
like recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm just no matter what, I'm very proud of like every time at the end of every bulk, at the end of every maintenance, at the end of this cut, like I'm
Yeah.
proud. Even though
Mhm.
if there were mistakes along the way or just certain
Right.
things, like I'm still proud of myself. Like I'm not gonna beat myself up because that's not gonna do anything. Like what
Yeah.
is that gonna benefit? Like what
Right.
is that, nothing. So like I feel like that because I feel like a lot of people aren't content.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. I mean, I think that a lot of people too, they struggle, like you said, with with beating themselves up. It's the body dysmorphia, or it's the, the not feeling like they're eating enough, not feeling like or feeling like they're eating too much, looking in the mirror more than usual. That, those typical things when it comes to a fitness journey, a lot of people deal with. But I never actually ever hear you dealing with that. Like you're telling me this, that you're proud of yourself for like being content in every stage. But when I think back on it, and I think as the group leader, like the questions I ask you all, you never talk about struggling with body dysmorphia or looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, man, I hate this stage, or yeah, I hate how small I'm getting. I'm struggling and dealing with not loving myself in this way, or not really being proud of myself for looking like this at this point in life. You've never done that. You've never done that. So I really, admire you for that as well. And again, I know I ask you this all the time, but are there things that you've set in place? I know you're going to say your faith. I know your faith is definitely one of them. But would you say that's the only thing that you've put in place to kind of assure that you don't fall into those pits? Are the things that you do, things that you say, journals, things that you write down, affirmations, things that you do?
Affirmation I have is in the Lord. That's the only affirmation I have.
There we go. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I pray to God every single day, and I thank God
Hmm.
every single day, Jesus, every single day
Yeah.
for how much He helps me along this journey.
Yeah.
Because we all know it's not easy. He
Hmm.
helps me build discipline. He helps me maintain healthy habits and have a healthy relationship with food.
Yeah.
He truly helps me. So, yeah, like a lot of it is my faith, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
being honest, I mean, I could go in depth with it, but I mean, yeah, but like a lot of it is faith, though.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of it is truly that really helps me. Like, sure, even though I just said like, yeah, I have healthy habits and like,
Right.
don't get me wrong, those things help me,
Right.
but it's really my faith too. But one thing I will say is I have just learned to love and appreciate myself and my body for what it does. Like I have such a fascination with the human body. Like it really
Yeah.
does like fascinate me and I'm like, wow, like the body does this and it does that.
Yeah.
Like and it's
Hmm.
crazy to me like even like our heart, right? Like our heart is beating every second. And I feel like people, again, we say we know that, right? But
Yeah.
like, think about it. Your heart is beating every second, even when you're sleeping. Like, no, but like, think about it.
I
Like,
know. I
really,
know. Yeah. Yeah.
every second for how many years? What's the average lifespan?
Yeah. Like,
80? I don't know.
yeah, 80 maybe. Yeah. Hmm.
Like, that's a long time that your body is functioning like a machine and the wheels are moving and it's
Right.
going like it is so amazing to me and it's like how can I belittle this
Yeah.
body
Hmm.
for like my heart is beating, my lungs are doing this, my liver's doing this, like for what, again,
Yeah.
what is that going to do?
Yeah.
Nothing, or nothing beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to
Exactly.
do a lot negatively
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
nothing positively
Right.
in a positive way. So I've really learned to love and appreciate my body. But I think after, honestly, I think what it is, it's going through anorexia. I think after that, that
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
because if you think about it, I was the complete opposite at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Hmm.
going through that really helped me, like, how do I explain it? Like, it's like, okay, I have put my body in harm's way before. I
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
not do that ever again.
Exactly.
Like that's like a it's kind of like a promise to myself and to God because I
Yeah.
have my faith, so I believe that this is His temple.
Yeah.
This my body is His temple too. I have
Hmm.
to take care of it,
Hmm.
you know. But like, wait, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I
No,
lost my thought.
just going
What
back
was
to like going back, you were just saying how you appreciate your body and what helps you. You were kind of breaking down what helps you with that in your faith. It's your temple. It's not your body's not your own. Um,
yes, oh yeah, that, but just
Anorexia.
like
Yeah, anorexia. How?
Yeah, yeah, but just like after going through anorexia, it's like a promise that I've made to myself. Like I just cannot dare to put my body in harm's way ever again because that's essentially what happened
Yeah.
with anorexia, with
Mhm.
all the additional problems that it comes with,
Yeah.
mentally and physically, like
Mm-hmm.
and psychologically, like all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just can't do that again, you know. So I think it really stems from that too, honestly. It's like a like a firm just anchor, like
Okay. Yeah.
no, we're not like no, not doing that.
It's funny because when you say these things, and especially like when you say how your experience with anorexia, and again, I don't know how many people really think how serious that is. Like, do you think people know how serious anorexia and like EDs are, like eating disorders? Do you think people really know or take those things seriously?
No.
Wow. Yeah.
No, people don't take it seriously. But it is a serious thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like again, people don't understand like because for example, I think if I tell someone I was anorexic, I think they
Yeah.
just think like, oh, like you were really skinny.
You're really skinny. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. You so silly. Why you gotta look at the camera like that? Yeah. What the heck? Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
82 pounds
Yeah.
and I lost my period for like a year.
Yeah.
That's not normal. Like as much as like us women, you know, don't like the pain and all, we need our period.
Yeah.
Having your period is a one of the good indicators like if you're like genuinely a healthy person or not. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
having your period as a woman.
Yeah.
Like I was bruising all the time. I would bruise easily because my body was
Wow.
just so delicate. I mean, I was fainting, like, and then
Yeah.
on top of that, those are
You were
just like,
fainting?
yeah, I would faint often.
Wow. You didn't tell me that. Oh.
Yeah. And then like that's just physical. And then like the mental, like
Yeah.
I was doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I can say that because I went through it. Like it was stupid, but like I was like doing weird things I shouldn't have been. I had weird, like unhealthy, really bad habits.
Mm.
Like it's more than just oh like you got really skinny.
Yeah.
It's more than that. So yeah.
No, that's dope. And this is what I'm talking about. Because again, we're going into a new year, but I can look back to the time when you hopped on here and you first shared your story. Like I could talk about that. I could talk about how you first shared your anorexia experience with me on my podcast. I don't know if you remember that, but you told me that was your first time ever exposing that online. You know what I'm saying? So I got an exclusive. Like that was super dope even when that happened. And even then, you didn't necessarily seem like you shied away from it, but I could definitely tell that you were becoming okay with sharing that. You know, I could
Mhm.
tell that you were kind of starting to kind of come out your shell about that. Now, I mean, you know, if somebody's been following you for at least 6 months, they probably know some form of why you do what you do because you're always mentioning it. You know, you're very vocal about it on Chanel's lives. You talk about that then. You mention it there. You mention it on some of your videos. You mention it in the Her Collective meeting. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you're all over the place with it now. So your story becomes a lot more ingrained in people's heads. But I think they can easily miss the point if they don't understand how anorexia was wrecking your life. Like anorexia was really something that's serious, and disorders are something that's serious. You know, if people don't understand it, then they miss the whole point of why you're telling your story. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So yeah, like you breaking it down and telling us all these different things about how you were fainting, lost your period, bruised easily. It could become fatal. I'm pretty sure, right? Because if you're freaking, how many pounds you say you were like 80 something pounds? You get what I'm saying? Like if you're down to that degree, that's you can become malnutrition, which could lead to death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you were literally flirting with death, and I don't think people really understand that when it comes to eating disorders. When I was back in like grade school and whatnot, when they were talking about it, they didn't really stress it like that. They really didn't. They showed us a few videos, they showed us a few pictures, and we'd be like, "Ooh, ah, man." But then we would just kind of continue, going on with about our days, but not knowing that someone in the classroom was probably struggling with that same exact thing.
Mhm.
So it's crazy. It's really crazy and bold, that you are able to step out and have this drastic change that only took a few years. We've only known each other now for what, 2 years? Wait, we known each other for almost 2 years?
Wait, but what do you mean drastic change? What are you talking about?
The change in terms of how you have gone from not sharing your story online to sharing.
Oh,
Yeah. That's a
okay.
huge change. And it's like it's crazy, but in a good way, in how you've become so vocal about that. And it only has been what, 2 years, I think, since you first did it on mine. Or a year
About
and a half. Yeah.
like about 2 years. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's still crazy. I can't believe I've known you for almost 2 years. Yo,
You're
that's crazy.
blessed.
Goodness. Here we go. Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, y'all hear that? She said, I'm blessed. Yo, I'm blessed. Really? Out of all words, you gonna use that?
You are blessed.
Oh my goodness. Well, certain blessings, I guess you don't ask for. Kara said, "Yes, you are." Yo, Kara, don't be agreeing with this. Don't
Yes.
be agreeing with this, Kara.
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
yo,
See? See?
how do you kick somebody out the live? How do you kick somebody out TikTok live? I'm playing, Kara, but nah. I mean, she alright. She alright. But
Sure.
she alright.
Sure.
But I mean, again, I have definitely appreciated the moments and times I've known you. But the best part has been the growth. The best part has been the growth, G. Um, okay. So then what would be the worst part? Or the worst thing throughout the entire year? That one thing that has beat you up throughout this entire year. I typically ask the month, but we're going into a new year. So what's that one thing throughout this year where you hope next year you could say what you just said about your consistency and being okay in every moment?
So like you're essentially asking what was like the hardest thing this entire year?
Exactly. Essentially.
I would say, well, honestly, the cut was challenging. It was
Yeah. Hmm.
like a bulk. Don't get me wrong, a bulk can be challenging too, but I feel like between the two, a bulk is easier to like
Yeah.
achieve
Yeah. 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 Hmm.
versus a cut. A cut is different.
Hmm.
And um yeah, I think the hardest part was just like the whole eating aspect for me. Like, I do feel like I was under eating like sometimes, but not like, oh, I'm trying to under eat because I'm trying to lose weight. It wasn't like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't like intentionally. But it's just I think after some time, I mentioned it before on like I think the previous check-in, but like my body got just used to like eating, lower calories, lower macros. Like
Yeah.
there were days where it would be kind of hard to like eat because I feel like my body got used to it. And then I think that essentially messed me up with like my body fat percentage because it went up. And
Hmm.
then
Hmm.
um but then I did start eating more and then it did go down because I was eating more protein and more carbs and more calories.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I did do that. Because it helped a lot and my body fat percentage went down. And just to kind of like talk about that, it did go back down more.
Okay. You didn't tell me that. Okay.
Well, yeah, like getting into that, it went down more. It went down another, I believe, 2%.
Okay. So you.
Yeah, so basically my body fat percentage now, or at the time that I measured it, which was because I made a YouTube video about it. Was that last week or the week
Mm,
before?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it was 23.9%.
Okay.
And when I first started first started the cut, or essentially before the cut, when I was in a maintenance, it
Hmm.
was 23.6. So it is like zero point 0.3 higher than when I first started with.
Yeah.
But honestly, I am just so glad that it went back down
Yeah.
and, like I'm just glad that it went back down. And again, I've just, I've learned like again, there were certain mistakes I made along the way,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
learned from that and if anything, I can apply that to this new coming year too, because
Hmm.
um I definitely don't really want to bulk yet. I don't really find
Mm.
the need to bulk right now. I'm pretty
Yeah.
satisfied from my progress. I mean, from the bulk that I did last year
Right.
or
Hmm.
at the beginning of this year. Like I'm, I don't really want to bulk.
Yeah.
So right now I'm maintaining, but I might go in a cut again. I'm not too sure.
Mm.
But like now that I know, like, okay, I need to make sure I'm on top of my eating, like if I can apply that, then, just kind of see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure yet. That's just kind of like my thoughts right now. But definitely I'm just started maintaining and I'm gonna keep that for a little bit because my body needs it.
Yeah.
It needs more energy. So yeah, not like next month or anything, but just I'm not sure when, but I feel like have a good idea of like reading my body and like I know when I'm ready.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm ready, I mean, y'all will know.
No, that's dope. That's super
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. You're very in tune with your body, even through your failures. I've noticed that you're very, and you're becoming even more in tune, right? This cutting incident is like, okay, it's teaching you something else about your body. Some people discover they have PCOS doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're going through trying to, I think that's the cool part about trying to trying to cut, trying to do all these different things and learn how your body like works with all these different things because you're able to then discover things you probably didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you have PCOS, but you could discover, you never know, you could discover something that's going on, or it's like, oh man, this may be a hormonal imbalance somewhere, or this or that. And you go get a checkup, and it's like, oh, wow, I would have never known this. But if you're not paying attention to your body, years and years go on, and then, you finally end up realizing something's wrong when something's really drastic. But because you're like constantly like learning your body, that allows you to capture things about your body early and then adapt to those things, with that level of analysis. And so I really think that, the way you're going about, learning your body, staying in tune with your body is very dope because I think it really gives you that opportunity to both learn yourself and share your experiences with other people like you're doing now, giving them an opportunity to learn, about themselves as well. Like, hey, I need to do what Giselle did. Oh man, she did this. This is happening to me too. Okay, cool. Because even some of the things you've been telling me and I've been trying to do with myself, I've been taking from it. And I'm like, man, I ran into that problem too with my cutting or this and that. So how did you find out? What did you do? What did you do wrong or what did you do right? So thank you for sharing because I think that it's definitely a manner in which people can look up to you for and towards. So now going into this new year, what is G looking forward to? What are these goals? What are we looking forward to? Are we, you know, what we doing? We trying to get a little taller? I don't know how much, I don't know. You trying to like what we
I
doing?
love being short.
What we
I
doing?
love my height.
Oh, oh.
I love it because, like you said, I'm
Uh-huh.
in tune with my body.
Uh-huh. Yeah, absolutely.
So I love being 4'11".
Whoo!
Yes, she's
Whoo!
cute. She's a cute little ball of
Whoo!
passion.
Whoo!
Yes, we love, yes, yes, yes. So,
4'11". Wow, that's tall. I mean, it's pretty tall though. Like if you think about it, that's kind of tall. It's kind of tall.
yeah,
It's a
exactly.
little tall. It's a little tall. I mean, may need a little help with getting the cereal. There's
That's
special.
fine because guess what? Imagine I could be at Walmart. I can be my husband. I'm like, excuse me, can you
Here
get
we go. Yeah.
it? You never know. Some people be like that. You never know. So I'm all for it. I'm here for it.
No, I'm sure them nails will come right in handy.
Yeah, they will.
They'll come right in handy.
Yeah, they will. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Ah. Kara said you are as tall as you feel. Nah, Kara, nah,
Yeah,
nah,
see?
nah, nah.
Thank you, Kara. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much.
Absolutely not. Nah, she said, and yes, definitely meet your husband at the grocery store. Yo, I love it. But no, that's dope. That's dope. Wait, you didn't say it. You didn't say your goals. I'm sorry. We got into your
Yeah,
height.
because you wanted to talk about my height and you were trying to
No,
beat
you
it. you were trying to belittle me, but I had to defend
Uh,
myself and bring myself up because
okay.
unfortunately, you have an
Okay.
issue.
Okay. All right.
Exactly. So
Okay.
can I talk now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So as I was about to say, for the year of 2024, um, for the year of 2024, I am very excited. I'm always excited, you know. I always hate when people, or not hate, I dislike when people say like, "Oh, I hope next year is good to me." Oh my gosh.
Wait, hold on. No, no, I wanna hear why. So why does that annoy you?
Oh, I'm about to tell you why. You
Yeah.
didn't let me. No, that is so annoying to me because you're basically saying you're gonna let the year external things dictate what
Mm,
you're going through. No,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
need to make the year
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You make it. Not don't let the year make you.
Yeah.
You make the year. Now, of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
course, you know, obviously, as we all know, life is not perfect. Don't
Yeah.
expect
Absolutely.
perfection.
Absolutely. Yeah.
However, you know, don't do that. Like, no, you can't say that. You
Yeah.
have to make the best out of it and choose to be grateful every day. Choose to be happy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Choose those. Pick your battles.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Choose your battles.
Hmm.
There's different battles. Pick the one that's gonna be least stressful for you. Like, don't pick the one that's most stressful. Like, cause
Yeah.
then then you're yeah. It's just a whole thing. I really get annoyed when people say that. It like annoys me like a lot.
Yeah. Hmm.
Anyways, um,
I get that.
I'm not that type of person. I am excited for the year, no matter if it's good or if it's not what I expect, if there's setbacks, whatever. I
Yeah.
mean, at the end of the day, it's about, just learning from those things. And like what you said, like you have to be able to adapt to future situations.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
the reality is if you can't adapt to future situations,
Come on.
that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, you're not gonna last. Like you're gonna succumb. You're gonna succumb to the stress.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, that's gonna be hard. So, but fitness goals for 2024. Again, right now I'm in my happy maintenance, happy middle.
Mhm.
That's why I always love a maintenance. You can't go wrong with it. It's the
Yeah.
happy middle.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's the perfect balance of what I need right now, calories wise, macros wise. So, yeah, again, I don't know how long I'll maintain for,
Yeah.
but lately I've been struggling just a little bit, like eating more because, like I said, my body got so used to eating less.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm not fully at my calories yet or macros or some of them, but
Mm.
honestly, I'm not rushing myself because there's no need to force myself to like inhale all this
Yeah.
food. Like,
Inhale. My goodness.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like, no, like I'm gonna take my time. And
Hmm.
over time, I know my stomach will be able to take more.
Yeah.
But just for right now, like, I'm just taking it day by day. If I can eat more, I will. If not, that's fine. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
stress myself out. I'm not gonna do all that.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, honestly, again, I'm not too sure if I'll cut again. I might, but I'm
Mhm.
not 100% sure. Um, bulking again, that's not really in the picture right now.
Yeah.
That's not really like a goal of mine, at least right now.
Mhm.
It's not in my head. um yeah, overall just continue to lift, train, push myself, in the gym
Mhm.
in a healthy way, but just push myself to my limit, past my limits, I should say. Build
Mhm.
muscle, get strong, that's like a big goal of mine. I like to
Mhm.
like get strong, so
Yeah.
it's nice to like just be able to like lift weights, move my body, be active,
Now, when you say get strong,
and
you want to look strong, as in like you want to be looking a little more like looking like a ripped bodybuilder, or you trying to like just be stronger?
no, be stronger.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Because some
Be,
girls be walking around here looking like Hulk. So I'm just saying, yeah. Okay.
well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Just be strong. Like if that comes with that, whatever. But like just
Mm.
be strong.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, be strong and Yeah, overall, just in all aspects, get my sleep, drink my water. I mean, just the usual, the basics, like
Hmm.
maintain that.
Okay. No, that's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. That's super dope. I love, you know, those different elements that you mentioned because I can definitely see you already excelling in them. I already see steps you've taken towards um making sure you accomplish those goals. What do you think are some of the obstacles that are probably getting in your way?